Hello everybody, this is Chronos018, and I know you guys are probably wondering what the heck happened. Where have you been? We haven't heard from you, and I don't know how long it's been since I've actually uploaded a video. But actually some of you probably do know what's going on, because I mentioned this on the Discord when I was able to get on the internet. But, yeah, a bunch of stuff happened last week, and thankfully it didn't turn out as bad as it could have been. Thank God, because if it turned out as bad as it could have been, I could have kissed this computer and just about everything in this house goodbye. Because, I don't know, for those of you who live in the area of Kentucky and all that, that's got that ice, yeah, a bunch of tree branches were falling all off the trees. At least around our house. I don't know about everybody else. Actually, yeah, it was happening around our neighborhood because there was a ton of trees in our neighborhood that's, all up and down the street. And the tree branches were falling off because I'm guessing they still had moisture in them, and because of the ice, they froze and broke. Well, a bunch of tree branches broke, fell on the power lines, knocked them off, which caused our power to go out. Actually, it was really weird because when it all happened, only the power in my room and the upstairs was out. Everything else was still on, but the thing is that it knocked the power lines off onto our house. So yeah, we had live power lines on our house. And they were apparently sparking, and we had to call essentially 911 to get the electric company and everybody down here so they could try and figure out what to do. We had to get out because it also knocked our, I don't know what the part is actually called, some kind of weather block thing that's supposed to be on the house. It knocked that off, so that's why, I think the reason is that, there was power in some of the house and power not in the house, is that it was essentially, I guess you would say a power surge, because, the places that had power in our house, the lights were really bright, and a bunch of them blew. A bunch of the light bulbs essentially exploded. And it was, because of this, it was smelling like smoke, because obviously, I think that's what the reason that we have that weather block thing is, because it's to keep that from stuff like that from happening. But anyway, we had to go through turning off all the lights to make sure they didn't happen. And they told us we had to leave the house, and we gathered up I only grabbed my phone and my bank card. And yeah, we all left. We went across the street to the other neighbor's house and waited while the fire department and everybody else was trying to figure out, because we didn't know if the house was going to catch on fire. Because, like I said, the power lines that fell on our house were sparking. And if that was to catch a house on fire, they would need the fire department down there. Thank God it didn't. But we had to go to my sister's house and stay there for the night because we were not allowed to stay in the house. Because there was no power, it was no heat. It was cold in there. So, yeah. My dad stayed behind. He stayed in his shop. Because I guess he could stay in there if he wanted to. And for some strange reason, when the electric company came and turned the power off to the house, it turned the power back on the shop, because I think we have like 2 meters and it's running on different meters. Anyway, he stayed there. We all stayed at my sister's house. My brother stayed at his friend's house. And the next day, I couldn't even go into work because of all this, and I had to watch my nephews while my mom and my sister went to court. They had to go to court the next day anyway. And then after that, my mom went back to work, and so I had to watch them all day, which was very annoying. It drove me nuts. And later on, we actually found out that the electrician came by, they fixed everything up, and we were allowed to go back home. And we gathered all our stuff that they had grabbed, because my mom and my brother and my dad went through the house and grabbed what we needed, because we were not going to be able to stay there, so they grabbed a bunch of stuff. Bad thing, because of this, some of our stuff got fried. 2 of our TVs got fried. 2 little heaters that we were using to heat up, like, a room or something, were fried. Our fridge in the kitchen is fried, in a way. And our microwave is definitely fried because it's not working right. You can't even heat anything up anymore. It'll turn on and all that, but when you go to heat something, it won't do anything. It'll turn and you can tell it's not working because the sound is definitely weaker, because when you normally heat something at the microwave, you could tell it's heating it up, but the sound it makes is definitely very weak. So you can tell it's not working. So we're gonna have to send all this to the insurance company and pony up $1,500. And if it costs more than that to fix everything and replace everything, then they'll pony up the rest. I don't know where we're gonna get $1,500. We also need to get propane because we were already low on propane at the time. So I don't know how much we got left on that. Now it's gonna cost a bunch. Anyway, the reason I haven't been on the internet is because not only did all that stuff get fried, the cable's fried, internet's fried, and essentially my mom paid the bill, but because the phone line's plugged into the internet, that's fried too. So we have no TV, no internet, and no landline phone. So yeah. And that stuff won't get fixed until tomorrow. And all this happened on Wednesday last week. So we've been out of internet since then. The only reason I was able to get on Discord before was because, one, I was at my sister's house the first time I did it. Second time, I was at my fiance's house yesterday. So I let them know that we're not going to have internet until Tuesday at the most. I don't even know when they're coming. Anyway, that's why I haven't been able to upload anything. So that's why you guys haven't heard from me. Because I have no internet. But that doesn't mean I haven't been doing anything. I spent the whole time that I didn't have internet editing and rendering videos. I got all the My Hero Academia ones done. All the 7 Deadly Sin ones done. And now I'm going to have to work on the My Thoughts videos for those, because once I do get the internet, I'm going to work on uploading, so you guys are going to get a ton of stuff from me. First you're going to get this video, and then you'll get those. So hopefully you guys, I'll be able to get a lot of videos done, because I don't work tomorrow. But I do work on Thanksgiving, just so you guys know. But it's not all bad. Not only do I get holiday pay out of that, but I do have to go in early so I don't miss anything at home or at my fiance's house that day. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a bit of an update on why I've been essentially MIA this whole time. Excuse me. Anyway, I think I've explained enough on what's been going on. And thankfully, thankfully this computer did not get fried. Thank God. I did not want to have to spend $700+ to get a new one. Or have to wait to get a new one, because I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to wait till my mom and dad did the claim on the stuff that got damaged. And I don't know when they're planning on doing that. Anyway, that's about all I have to say. Once you guys see this, you guys know I have internet again. And if you guys have watched till the end, thank you very much, because I don't expect anybody to watch my videos all the way through. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I have to say, and I'll get to work on the My Thoughts videos, and I will see you all when I can upload.